Agriculture on the move.
Agricole en mouvement.
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 Hello viewers and welcome to the program Agriculture on the Move. I am Phillip Sydney, your host. In today's program, we are going to be discussing women in rural agriculture, or rural women who are involved in a number of activities including agro-processing in their community. Immediately to my right is Ms. Carmen Nurse, who has many hats. She is the president of the Mikud cluster of the St. Lucia Network of Rural Women Producers. She's also the president of the St. Lucia Network of Rural Women, and she's also the president of the Caribbean Network of Rural Women Producers. Welcome to the program, Ms. Charles, Ms. Nurse. And next to her is Louisa Anthony. She's also from Babono, and she's the current vice president of the St. Lucia Network of Rural Women Producers. She is a former Babono, former president of the Babono clusters of St. Lucia Network of Rural Women, and she's also an agro-processor. And of course, Miss Noella Alexander, she is from Labrie, and she is the treasurer of the St. Lucia Network of Rural Women Producers. She is a teacher in poetry, at the Craft Center, and she's also a crafter. Welcome to the program, ladies.
Thank you very much.
Ms. Nurse, as president, of course, a president with many hats. Tell us, how did this whole organization from your community began?
Well, for me, it all started with an invitation. By profession, I'm a teacher at the Mikud Secondary School, and it is one of my food and nutrition students who brought me an invitation sent by her then aunt, who was the president of the St. Lucia Network of Rural Women Producers, that's Miss Christine Wilson. Mm-hmm. I accepted that invitation, and I became a member of the network. Okay. Participated in training programs and the meetings. There were once-a-month meeting. And I was subsequently asked to do some training with the students, with the members of the Mikud cluster. And thereafter, the others. It just happened that there was an election, and I became the president of the Mikud cluster. Mm-hmm. I then, in 2008, attended the Caribbean Week of Agriculture, 2009 Caribbean Week of Agriculture, and in 2010, I was elected president for the Caribbean Network of Rural Women Producers in Dominica in 2010.
Great. Okay. Now, Ms. Treasurer, could you tell us something about your involvement in your Babono cluster?
I got involved in the cluster for an invitation from one of the members, mm-hmm. and from there, it has been very good for me on in the group.
Great. Yeah. Okay, now Ms. Alexander.
I have been a crafter all my life. But I joined Unscoured Crafters 5 years ago after doing a workshop with them. In fact, they had a workshop in basketry. Okay. So I joined that basketry class, and at the end, they asked who wanted to join the group. I accepted, and I am with them. The group has been around since 1998, okay. But I only joined 5 years ago.
Ms. Nurse, from the Mikud cluster, how were you all able to come together and form the St. Lucia Rural Women Network Producers?
The St. Lucia Network of Rural Women Producers commenced in June of 2003. Mm-hmm. In fact, there were 4 groups then. It was the Prale Seamores Association, the Monrepo Councils of and for persons with disabilities, the banana project, paper project, and the Dennery women producers. Those were the original 4 clusters that come in this organization. However, those clusters no longer exist, are part of the network. There are now 4 new clusters: the Miku cluster, the Babano cluster, the Ansquet crafters, and the Cannibal soup makers. Okay. Those are the 4 groupings that presently form the St. Lucia network of rural women producers. However, I'm excited this morning to make it known that we are now a registered organization, a corporate organization, which gave us legal entity now to operate on our own and source funding and technical assistance from our national and other funding agencies to help to support our organization.
Okay, very good. The previous clusters that you mentioned, Dennery, I mean, how come they are not on board? I mean, what were the problems with them?
I cannot say,
okay.
But I'm aware that there are some members from the Prale Seamores Farmers Association who are still members, okay. But I cannot give an account for the absence of the forest grouping. Okay.
Ms. Anthony, could you tell us about Babano? Okay, how many members are there in the Babano cluster? And exactly, I mean, how you all began in terms of your agro-processing?
Okay, it was from a representative, ICA's representative for St. Lucia, Ms. Yumnami Gordon. She held a meeting at Babano, and after the meeting, the members, they agreed with her about the benefits and the rule of the network. And in August 27, 2008, the group was formed at Babano. Okay. And right now, it started with 75 members. Right now, we are down to 49.
Well, why is that?
Because some of the members, they had different views of what the group was all about.
Okay. So what are you producing, I mean, now?
Right now, we are producing flour from our Macambo, Redfoot, potato, name it. We produce our flours from it. We produce dry coconuts, as you're going to see some other things there. We make chips. And we also, there's something we do with the sauri. It's a substitute for prunes. If you're going to have a party and you don't want to buy prunes, you use the sauri substitute for the prunes.
Okay. So how do you all get your raw materials? Where from? Is it from the farmers, or where do you all get them from? Or are members of your group farmers too?
Members, most of the members are farmers. And we get our products from our members. Okay. The only way we go out of our group is if we don't have enough. Okay. But we remain in our group to get our products.
Okay. Labri Ansquet, how many members are presently, and what are you all involved in?
Presently, we have 6 members. There were many more, a lot of people who have learned craft, but they don't stay on, especially the young people. They don't stay on very long.
Why?
I don't know, but they learn the craft and they move on, and we are left with 6.
So when you say they move on, I mean, have they moved on their own doing craft, or they have?
Apparently not, because they move on and we don't hear about them. They don't, because we have a shop at the Papel Craft Center, and we don't see them, they don't come. You know, sometimes we have workshops, we advertise workshops to teach craft. Some of them show up for the workshops, and afterwards we don't see them again.
But do you all target, see, the schools to come in and assist, maybe as they're on summer holidays?
Well, during the summer holidays, some of our members teach crafts at the summer workshops. These are to all levels of school of children who attend the workshops. But at the craft center, older people attend. They come, they do the classes, and that's it.
Okay, so you are the only tutor at that craft center?
And no, I am not. Actually, all 6 of us are tutors. All 6 of us teach crafts. Wherever our expertise is needed, we are there. Okay. Currently, I do pottery. Okay. I learned from the Peace Corps volunteer who was there in Choiseul last year. He's a porter,
Okay.
and with the aid of our Peace Corps volunteer in library, they taught us how to do pottery.
Hold that point. You're watching Agriculture on the Move. We are due for a break. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Agriculture, one of the pillars of St. Lucia's economic development, creating opportunities for earning a living for the farmer and his family. From the field to the kitchen, the St. Lucians are finding creative ways of using fruits, crops, and vegetables grown locally, from local seasonings to special brews, from aquaculture to the cultivation of local herbs for export. A strong agriculture industry strengthens the economy. The country needs your support, so buy local.
Welcome back to the program, Agriculture on the Move. We are discussing the role of women, or rural women, as far as agro-processing and crafters are concerned. Ms. Nurse, the Miku cluster, what are they involved in?
There are three categories of persons involved in the cluster. We have farmers, agro-processors, and crafters. Farmers in terms of, we have livestock, and we have those in terms of the crops, the vegetables, and those, some of them are, and others just involved in processing of the same products that they produce. And beyond that, we go into food preservation of flowers in terms of composite flowers. The fruits, candied, guava cheese, the chips, we have cassava, dasheen, sweet potato, so we do a variety of chips. Farine, cassava, jams, jellies, juices, and wines.
Who are your lecturers, who actually, or your trainers to get to the products that you have?
As a food and nutrition teacher, I did 2 sessions with the group at the Miku Secondary School in terms of processing. Some of the women were already involved in processing, where we improved the standard of what they were doing so as to bring it to the market level. So thus far, those are the 2 training, practical training, and through the Ministry of Agriculture, they also did some practical training sessions in food preservation.
Okay. So as far as your standards, the Bureau of Standards, you're up to the
in terms
standard yet?
of the product.
Yes.
But what we lack now is facility for production.
Okay.
Many of the women cannot afford to bring up their homes to the HACCP standard needed for the marketing of the product. With the assistance of the Inter-American Institute for Cooperation on Agriculture, IICA, and the Ministry of Agriculture, we were given, or we were allowed to use the Angers Center. We were given 2 rooms to do agro-processing, which should have started already since 2010. However, due to one person decided not to construct the site so that it can be functional for our use, we are still out of a processing center to produce our products.
So where is that now? So it means, is it going to be constructed to?
It has been, yes, the Ministry of Agriculture and IICA is helping in getting that.
So how soon do you think that will come on stream?
Well, we are hoping by the end of this year, hopefully, that it should be done. But members are now producing only for individuals who are asking, but we cannot produce for the market. We participate in exhibition. Persons need the product, but really they're asking, where's our source? Where can we come and see you produce? We cannot as yet, because the homes are not to the standard needed for marketing.
Babono, I know the Fongaso Center, you're supposed to have a little area for doing your processing. Where is that now, and what you are doing presently?
Presently, with the agro-processing room we had, we were not operating because we did not have, we had a room but no equipment, unlike Miku. The minister, the district rep, Miss Alvina Reynolds, she came to a meeting with us and decided to look for help. She spoke to SSDF and they agreed to fund the project. So right now, with the help of SSDF representative, Ms. Alison Gomez, Ike, Ms. Deborah Biscom, and Dr. Dillis, we have been able to purchase the equipments.
Okay.
Right now, we are just in the process of putting a date to have the official handing over of the equipments.
Okay.
We have 6 ladies working at the plant right now, trying to put things in order, and 1 man who is an affiliated member of the group, Mr. Wicks, William Wicks. That's where we are right now.
So in terms of training, people who are apt to train your group, are you getting that from the group itself, or you're bringing outsiders to assist you all?
We have Ike helping with bringing in
resource persons.
And the members have had a lot of training.
Okay.
A lot of training. They have had training in building, entrepreneurship, social and network skills, food safety.
What's the situation, your marketing situation? I know you're doing a lot, but like Miku, are you all having problems in production and marketing?
We just started. We just received the equipment, and we have not gone. As Miku, we are still doing it for individuals, because we just received the equipments.
Okay.
But we are hoping to go on the market soon.
Great. Ascawet, marketing. What's your challenges? Are you getting local market? Are you getting overseas market? Is the tourism industry playing any role in your functions down there?
Right now, we operate at the craft center, which is on Rudy John Beach. And tourists, well, we cater to tourists and locals alike. Right now, the tourist season is off. We don't get many visitors. You know, they drop in once in a while going around the island. But mostly locals come in these days until, I guess, October, November, when the tourist season starts again. So we cater to everybody. We have baskets. We make pens out of logwood. We do calabash art. We do a variety of crafts using local items.
Where do you get your items, the raw material from?
We get our raw materials all over the place. Because you see, crafters, we use shells, we use clay, local clay to do our pottery. We use calabashes a lot, whether we decorate them or we just use them plain. We make dolls using banana leaves, flowers from things like torchon. You know, we use a lot of the natural stuff.
But you mentioned your venue is Rudy John's Beach. Do you think that's a bit out of the way in terms of location, especially for the tourists? It's
not out of the way, actually, because it's right on the crossroads at the end of the bypass, Labrie bypass.
Labrie bypass.
So whenever you're going around the island, you must pass there.
Okay. And then, so during the tourist season, you all?
During the tourist season, yes, we get visitors dropping in.
What about the schools? Do you get the schools coming in where you all can actually teach them, get them involved, the community involved? I mean, going up to the Daba area, I mean, are you getting the community involved in passing on that sort of information to them so that they can continue the process?
Well, to a certain extent we do, because the schools from around the area, they visit the craft center, and I am there all the time, so they visit, I show them around what we are doing, and but we're not doing formal classes with them, but they come around a lot, especially during the holidays. They're around on the beach all the time because we're right on the beach. So a lot of people see what we have.
But do you all, apart from Labrie, do you all actually do any marketing, say outside of Labrie, say castries, at anything like this? You all have never?
Well, we have our challenges, financial and whatever. We're getting our marketing done, but we do something. Sometime last year we had a summer splash. We called it a summer splash in June last year, where we invited all the clusters to come down. and we had this, you know, exhibition, and all the clusters were there selling their stuff, because Anscowet doesn't really do any food processing. And so all the other clusters were there, and it was really a nice day. So people got to see what the women are doing.
Interesting. You are due for a break. You are watching Agriculture on the Move. Stay tuned. Don't go away.
There are many opportunities in agriculture, and broiler production is one such enterprise. For further information, contact the Veterinary and Livestock Division at 468-5621.
Welcome back to the program. Ms. Nurse, as president and as of the Caribbean network, Rural Network of Women Producers, what are the objectives of that organization as far as St. Lucia is concerned?
The purpose of the Caribbean network and the individual network is to improve the standard of living of rural women producers through training, cultural exchange, networking, and the promotion of regional and international trade. That's the main purpose. And we are here, we really want to promote at this level the St. Lucia network open for new membership. You've heard about the falling away in terms of numbers. And so with the present economic situation, we are hoping that more women will see the need to join so as to help them to be able to utilize what we produce. You may not be in it for marketing purposes, but to help to improve the standard of living even within your home, and to be involved in backyard gardening, just gardening, so as to cut your economic costs. And so we are here to publicize, one of the reasons, publicize the organization. And to women who are interested, you may not be, there are three categories of, in fact, of membership. We have ordinary membership. So ordinary membership, we are speaking here about women producers who want to be part of the organization, and other organizations, women organizations with similar bylaws can be a part of the organization. And more so, we are looking forward to affiliate members. Affiliate members are persons with an interest in the organization, but willing to come and help in terms of funding or giving technical assistance so as for the growth and development of the organization. It is the same for all the other 12 chapters of this organization within the Caribbean.
So are you getting any funding assistance from the Caribbean Network of Rural Women?
Well, the Caribbean Network is actually made up of 12 different clusters, just like us, in the different countries, the other Caribbean countries. And they, like us, they are sourcing funding to help the organization. But collectively, we are trying to have a kind of a brand so that we can work collectively.
Because from the ministry standpoint, agriculture, we have this slogan of "Eat fresh, St. Lucia's best." And the whole idea, again, is to encourage St. Lucians to eat what we produce, and again, from a healthy standpoint. So I'm seeing here that you all can play a critical role in, producing locally grown stuff, processing locally grown stuff, so that we, as St. Lucians, can eat what is local and fresh, and of course healthy.
I do agree with you, but unless, for instance, we have more programs like what we are having right now to promote the use of the local produce, more persons, because of time, will go to the convenience food, but not looking at the health aspect of it because of the addition of additives to the food. So it's indeed that we need to promote what we grow and eat what we grow and help to grow what you eat.
That's right. Yes. How are you all going to, in the Babono, encourage the farmers to produce more so that you all can buy into what they're producing for processing?
It's just like business said, if we have more programs like that, they will see the need for growing more, because we will need their products so that we can process.
But do you have, apart from programs like mine, would you have another avenue for advertising and encouraging young people to come in to get the members that you have lost? Can you get them back on board? Maybe if you have your processing area organized, you think you'll get them back?
Yes, we can, because one of the reasons some of them left was because we did not have a place to process.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But we can get them back.
What it is that you would require from the Babono cluster to ensure that you all catapult, apart from that your processing plant, what else, what additional assistance would you all require?
Additional assistance, what would I say?
But would you all need, I mean, how able your group to get financing? I mean, are you all in a position, maybe from the cluster, come together and actually prepare a proposal to get funding for a number of things that you all need individually?
As a group,
Mm-hmm.
yes, as a group.
Okay. What about you? And what challenges you all face at Anskawet?
Anskawet, financial is always an issue. We try to send out our proposals to get funding and to get assistance for training for young people. Mm-hmm. But it is a challenge. Sometimes we send it in and it's not, the money is not coming through. Mm-hmm. You know, so that is one of the reasons why we don't have we don't have all this amount of training going on at the moment. Okay. Because we have some proposals out that we have not heard anything about. Okay,
why is that?
Because of financial constraints, like the world economies and all of that. So we are in that kind of a situation, waiting to see if anything will come through, because you see, young people, they like to get the training, but I think probably one of the reasons they don't stay on is because craft is not like food that everybody needs. Mm-hmm. So you find that they're looking for something more immediate. Okay. So if we had the funding, we could probably be able to do more of the items that they would probably want to do to get the immediate money that they need.
Okay. Any final words from you, Madam President, while the camera focus a bit more on the products that we have here?
Yes, the St. Lucia Network of Rural Women Producers, they are looking for increased membership right now, and we are open for membership. You can contact us through the AICA office, phone number 451-6760.
Okay. Any final words from you, Ms. Anthony?
As Mr. said, we are open for membership, and we are encouraging the young people out there to see what we have today and try to join the group so that they themselves can learn more about agro-processing and craft.
Okay. What about you, Anskawet?
Like the other groups, we have the membership crisis as well. And we actually trying to get members in. Mm-hmm. We need to get members because our members are older people in their 60s. Okay. So we need to get younger people. It's just posing a challenge.
Well, I want to thank you all for coming. I think you all have a great potential. I think that speaks for itself. Okay. I wish you all well. I wish you all can attract more people to come into the program and to be self-sufficient in your community. We need that, especially in that tight economic crunch that we have. You have been watching Agriculture on the Move. I hope you enjoyed this program. We will be having more programs highlighting the role of rural women in St. Lucia and their role they play in the economic environment of this country. I'd like to thank you for viewing. My name is Phillip Sydney. I'm saying goodbye to you.
Agriculture on the Move.
Agricole en mouvement.
Agriculture on the Move.
Agricole en mouvement.
Agriculture on the Move.
Agricole en mouvement.
Agriculture on the Move.
Agricole en mouvement.